why the Senate president gave me recognition to speak on the matter in the first place. And I said, look, good intention, but badly executed in terms of payment. It violates this session. This is what we must uphold. If it has happened, no other part of this constitution has anything to do with Mr. President in his office other than Section 143. And I said, let us look at Section 143. Section 143 has about 11 subsections under it. I'm not saying we should still evoke Section 140. That's what I'm saying. Whichever one is, starts from investigation, from this, from that, to that, and culminates ultimately in this. So, if anybody has misunderstood it, and you see the votes and police today, I mean, Senator Rogide said we should evoke Section 143, and it stops there. Or what the Senate does subsequently, it's not dependent. I cannot say, as a senator and as chairman of the committee, I will not make that pronouncement. I made a pronouncement. That's Section 143. The action the Senate want to take within that Section 143 is entirely the business of Senate. If you want to impute it that I said somebody who has committed a crime, who has not been tried, must be sent to jail, that's your own. That's where you have, you have inferred it. Not the way I've inferred it. So asking for the Senate to evoke Section 143, there's no crime. There's no crime that is committed. All right? But for persons who do not know the position of the Constitution, who do not even know the procedures and processes in the Senate, to tell you, oh, this is what you said. I told them, you are talking out of ignorance. You are talking out of ignorance. And for persons to go and gather touts, either by whatever description, whether government officials and all of that, I couldn't, in my own modest self, come to the floor of the Senate to say government officials in Edo did it. But they know they did it. I have tagged all of them as thugs. Thugs. Because no person that is thinking right could ever go and assemble people who do not understand these things at all to say, go and molest that man, go and do this. It only means you are part of it. You don't even know what you're saying. And it was equally unfortunate that the House of Assembly too, came to talk about a matter that they have no jurisdiction over. To say you moved the motion that the president be removed, therefore go and apologize to the president. There's no way you can test ignorance more than taking a resolution on a thing that is baseless. So I don't disregard that. And again, if you look at our constitution, they can't legislate for us. We can't legislate for them. House of Assembly cannot go and say something the lowest, and then to come and talk for the uppermost chamber. It tells you how how disorganized they are thinking about these whole operations. How it is. So it's unfortunate. I don't want to glorify it. Keep talking about it. I've made my own observations straight to the Senate, and they have taken a decision on it, and they have sent it to the Senate Committee on Police Affairs, and they're taking it up. And I think about now, I've told them they must fish out all the people who did it. First, it must be condemned in its entirety, the strongest terms. And they said those thugs and the people who send them. And then, of course, the police authority or other security agencies must swing into action to make sure that they are arrested and prosecuted. It's so that I can serve as a deterrent to others. I've put it there, and that is where it rests.